reflections on a love at first hard enough to last. So when the night falls, my lonely heart calls. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. Somebody who loves me. Yeah. To hold me in her arms. Oh, with somebody who loves me. Oh, I wanna dance with somebody. I wanna feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I wanna dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. With somebody who loves me, body 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 who loves me. With somebody who loves me.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy, ChefBaseGod, coming at you live from the original F++ Alliance, where the best of the best are. Beta, baby, what's going on? How y'all doing? Long time no talk. Work's been real busy. Phase 1, trying to stack up this cake. Let's open up Le Discord. And then we will catch up on chat. Let's see. So nice, so nice. My daily, hey chef, wake the fuck up, cause the blog's out. Boom, boom. Wait. Alright, we are in there, like swimwear. Monty Snake is first. Themis, hello, welcome, second. Big detail missing from the blog. It's probably about the Panthers, right? About corrupted Panthers, as devs generally provide about the corrupted troops. Oh my God, Chef, this music's hilarious. I thought some people would figure that it's pretty hilarious. Hello, Kay. Welcome. What up, you fucking dev? We got Monty Snake with the Muzak, liking the Muzak. We got Val up in here. Hello, love. How are you, BK? Welcome. Makib Neymar, hello. Morning. Shy, hello. Very nice. Everyone's here. Let's just get straight to it. Like there ain't nothing to it. Get in here like swimwear. All right. Hello, Gaysan. Welcome. All right. Blog's up. Stream's up. Discord is up. What's going on above, below, you fucking dev? He's in here with me. What's going on, Monty? Good morning. Jim, hello. I'm assuming you're either finishing up work or almost done with work. Alright. Alrighty then. Alright. So, blog is out. Schedule. Alongside the blog, we've added a new section to the website, calendar, which can be accessed via top menu tab and will be kept up to date with all upcoming events in Dawn of Titans. Use the list to see future events and see their start and end times. Use month to get a calendar overview of each month. In addition, use the plus export events button to download a calendar as an ICS file that can be imported to your own calendar application's Outlook. Very cool. So now they want to be on our calendars. Let's see. Let's take a quick look at it. Calendar, bang. All right. Well, that's nice, right? Iron Gura, Mother of Serpents, Titans Unleashed, Paladins, Portal Surge, Theaters of War, Alliance War, Lightning Strikes Twice. So let's go over this. There's some good stuff in the blog. I did a quick look over. So we shall see. Hello, Katana. How are you? Blog and stream not only things up. What? Look, I'm up. I woke up, alright? Necrosis is hungry for prestige this season. Next, Titan looks cool too. Lightning strikes twice. Thor, yes. Already know. Alright. Alliance War. Iron Gura, the mother of Sneks. Please, Sneks. Starts December 3rd, ends December 7th. Her artwork is pretty sick, if I might say so myself. She got some dragon horns, she got the scales, she's got the poison blood going through. It looks like she got some teeth or some nails there, and then her sword is completely made out of dragon teeth, which is sick. Super, super sick. A little snaky snake. Snaky snake. Sick. Sick. What's going on, Pisces Shark? Gizzo23, what's going on, my dude? Alright. The tree spirit, Akosi, has taken rest in the depths of the Most Main Forest. The brutality of war had weakened her resolve. It was only here in the deep woods where most main druids could reside. Every inch of the Shattered Kingdoms was awash with violence, leaving most landscapes barren and desolate. The Most Main were the only force keeping the desecration at bay, fighting with magic, tooth, and fang to protect their borders from horrors that sought to feed the mighty life force of nature. But now, even here, Akosi knew something was not right. She placed her palm onto the earth to feel the beating heart of Mother Earth, but instead she felt only pain and crippling sense of dread. Through the networks of the roots, she could feel that death and decay were spreading inwards along all borders into the mighty forest. The Most Main warriors and priests had not foreseen this, and many of their ranks had perished over centuries of battle. There was no earthly force strong enough to stand against this encroaching threat. What started as a faint rumbling soon crescendoed into an apocalypse within the forest. Animals screeched and scrambling inwards toward the sanctuary, whilst mighty trees, which had stood for centuries, decayed from within, crashing down in cascades of splinters. Insects wrestled themselves from the soil, scurrying to stay ahead of the blight. Paralyzed, Akosi realized this threat was beyond her power to stop. With the trembling hand, she reached for her sword to make one final stand to protect the woods of her people. At the precipice of annihilation, Akosi began to feel a new force building deep within the sanctuary. A warm rain began to fall, mounting into a ferocious monsoon. Masoi roots wormed outwards, beckoned by the nourishing rain. From the rotten remains of the oaks erupted mighty palms, rich with fruits and nuts. Creatures of all sorts burst forth into a frenzy, protecting the sanctuary of nature. Stunned, Akosi lowered her sword. When she saw a figure emerge, eyeing Gura locked eyes with Akosi, and with sadness whispered, "The corruption is too strong for even you to control, my child. The woods cry out for a new protector." Roots tangled up Akosi's legs, bending her to the ground. Before she could cry out, it was already too late. Moss and fungi enveloped her, surrendering her essence to the natural order. Iron Gura, the legendary mother of serpents, arise in the Shattered Kingdoms, eager to protect nature with her shielded corrupted panthers and enemy debuffing effects. Hold on, wait, time out. Did Akosi just die? Is that what happened? Did our girl Akosi just die? Snacky Snack and Jay, what's going on? I think I ate an egg of Karamu once in Hong Kong. I am sleepy already. Bedtime stories with the chef, exactly. OJ, what up, Juice? Okay. Roots tangled up Akosi's legs, bending her to the ground. Before she could cry out, it was already too late. Moss and fungi enveloped her, surrendering her essence to natural order. Alright, did she die? Did she just die? Did she just die, or did she just turn into Iron Gura?
She gone.
She gone? Where's the dragon? I'm a little upset. Where's the dragon? Is second prestige skill unlimited? What up, JJ?
What's good, Hood? How y'all doing?
Chilling, straight chilling. Wow. So this was pretty cool. You know, everyone knows, you know, Entheogen doing his, hey chef, I have a few notes about the skills compared to the leaks. Yeah, she gone. GAWN, gone. Yeah, talk about it, Pisces. Get up here on Discord, on Lay Discord. What's going on, Prometheo? Balls of Billy, reading blog, it for blind players.
Hey, Chef.
What up? Wait. Reading blog, it for blind players. Wait, how are you playing? How are blind players playing this game?
That's a joke, homie.
Oh. Yo, my coffee's too hot. I haven't had any sips. I'm gonna do it. As we know, and shut up, Monty.
Let him get his roll on. He's just building up the drama.
Entheogen definitely did show us, you know, the relics earlier and then the skills bit yesterday. And then, you know, obviously he did his check again and he went back and they got changed one more time. I think I actually have the skills, the old skills, if we want to actually take a quick look skis as that.
Hey everyone.
What up, Pisces?
So, some things to note, they did change a few numbers. A maximum, you can get about 1,060% armor without relics.
What?
They also changed, it was 1,050 at first, so the change is kind of nice. They also changed the third skill, which was originally on the leak skills, it said on every allied death. So now it's every enemy spellcast, and instead of 15, it's max 12. But they changed the numbers around, so it's better.
Nice. Yeah, I've got it up now. It's nice, man. I'm glad that they're aware of that kind of stuff and they're changing things before we see it. But let's take a look. First skill is going to be 180% Titan and Troop health, 40% base Titan and Panther health, not bad. On allied death, call a corrupted Panther. On a random enemy troop, then cast shield on them. Gain plus 25 and troop armor and troop armor piercing. Not bad at all. That's a pretty cool skill. Just off the bat, I guess I'll do my analysis after the skills. Then you have 117 Panther health, 88% armor times 2 on defense. I don't think this is something anyone's going to be using on attack. This is probably going to be strictly a defender. Titan armor times 2 on defense. Very nice. 35% Titan and troop range resist. 100% Titan and troop armor and armor piercing on enemy spellcast. Minus 3% Titan troop spell elemental damage and plus 30% Titan troop spell and elemental damage. And armor max 12. Very nice. 44% Titan and troop critical. 180% Titan and troop poison damage times 2 on defense. 30% melee times 2 on defense. Not bad. 35% Titan resist all elements. 35% Panther resist all elements. Every 7 seconds, shield 5 allied troops with plus 20% shield absorption and gain 5% melee resist with eyeing Gura's aura. Within her aura. Not bad. Prestige, Call of the Wild. This looks like it's going to be mostly her base. 120% base Titan health. That's huge. Unlock from Prestige 1 every 7 seconds. Reduce enemies' elemental damage and armor by 6. Plus 25% elemental damage and armor within her aura. Max 12. Prestige 7 on Corrupted. Panther Death. Call 1 Panther and cast poison on 4 enemy troops. Max 5. At first glance, there's a lot of defensive coverage on here. There's not a ton of AP just from what I'm seeing. And there's a good amount of damage. There's not huge damage though. Off first glance, man, I'm thinking, throw Divine Touch on here. Try to max out your resist through relics. And then just kind of bang it out with the rest on all offense. I don't know. Let's round table this up. We got quite a few content creators and we have quite a few subscribers here in Discord with me. So I'm gonna release it off to them. I'm gonna look through the blog. Let's give it a quick talk. Let's see what's up.
Yeah, this certainly doesn't look like something that's replacing Nurgle or Lifespark for attack.
Yes.
In terms of damage and speed. But there's a lot of toughness here, and like Pisces said, there's a lot of armor. I was actually surprised by the numbers he said, and thank you for doing the math there. But armor being that high on the Titan raises the question of what are we supposed to do with these relics? Because, I mean, you've got all this health and armor already, and a good amount of damage. I mean, why would anybody use the egg? It's such a small percentage increase in all of those stats. So, it just casts into relief how the meta has made the relic system of the game, in a lot of ways, challenging to navigate, because people are going to look at that egg and think, ooh, health, damage, and armor. I love all of that stuff. But you're going to put it on, and it does almost nothing for you. I mean, I could see using the tether because the critical is actually a multiplier on your overall damage. But I think the top priorities here are get your melee and your ranged resist maxed out, get your elemental resist maxed out, and then if you've got the Staff of Earth, throw it on there. And so I think...
Hold on, technical difficulties. I messed up. And we're back. Anyways, yeah, I completely agree with that. I think the crown is going to be the number one relic that people are going to be going here for the Titan and Panther. Not even, actually, you know what? Not even that, man. Not even that.
You don't need the melee resist because the forest carving is going to help you so much with the elemental resistance that you want to use that instead, and that's going to get you all the melee that you need.
Yeah. And even
maybe on attack you throw the crown on for the extra melee to cap it out.
Yeah, but who's going to be attacking with this thing? It doesn't make any sense.
I will.
Who said that? Who, JJ? You will?
Absolutely. I love attacking with defensive Titans.
Yeah, I know you do. All right, JJ, give me the spiel, man. I don't get to hear from you often. Let me get the spiel. Hit me.
Oh, I mean, I think it's a solid Titan.
Yeah.
I think, like the other Dragon Slayers, I think there's some unknowns here that we're looking at that are going to come out and affect the gameplay. Most significantly, I think, is going to be the use of spells. Yes, the shield spells that are thrown on the Panthers, but more so, I'm most concerned about that third skill that reduces enemy troop, spell, and elemental damage by 3% every time an enemy casts a spell. So that means if you're going into attack against this, and you're thinking that you're going to use Zabava, right? And you throw a shield, yes, that shield is going to help protect Zabava temporarily, but it's going to knock off 3% of the Titan damage. And I think that could play a role in it. I think that's an unknown that we haven't seen before. Again, yeah, thank you for the numbers for Pisces, but keep, for those of you that heard 1,000 armor and were shocked, you got to keep in mind the only way that 1,000 armor is going to be there, because without the 1,000 armor, it's like 300, I think, without the spells and the prestige. This third skill, the only way you're going to get, 360 armor added is if the enemy's using spells. And the only way they're going to get that extra armor, I think it's another 360, is if it's prestige up to 4. So unless this is a prestige Titan and unless you're using spells, armor's only going to be about 300. So that's not a concern. But we're going to have to figure out how to attack without spells for people like me who love, the rage spell. That's the rage spell is going to be counterintuitive.
Well, this
after the
becomes
first 7 seconds.
this becomes a
Well, we've
huge
been there before.
this becomes a huge issue for me in the sense that I can't attack and not use spells with the Zabava. It's the caveat to prestige level 10 with this Titan.
But
so-
that's not going to be your go-to for this. I
Oh
would
no,
assume.
absolutely not. I already, for me, I already know how this is gonna go. I'm pretty sure I'm running through this jaunt with Vixia, because if I don't, if none of these spells go off for me, at least, I think I'm pretty good, man. I've got like,
Doesn't
I don't
Vixia
know
drop
about
free
that,
spells
man.
pretty often?
Does
And
she?
if she drops 5 free spells at one time,
then I'm
is
done.
that
Yeah.
going to be 5? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think that's going to help, and I think that Imperials are pretty weak against Panthers. I think you're going to be better off trying to control the battlefield and get the maidens to
Maidens
attack.
above.
And if they don't have max ranged resist, then you're going to cut through them. It's the story we've seen over and over again with Panthers. Maidens counter them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to use my second Zabava then, because
It's gonna be interesting. I think either way. We'll have to try a few things out, right?
at
See,
least.
Try it with
See,
Vixia.
here's some of the
Doesn't have to try.
factors. On the prestige skill, you have to be in the aura in order to get the armor, which is a maximum of 300% on the prestige skill alone. Then 12 spells have to be cast in order to get the extra 360% armor. So if you're looking to see and get the maximum armor, there's a lot of factors that people are going to avoid. So that I don't think this is going to be the best defending Titan because of those factors. But I think it can definitely be a potential enemy. And it actually be kind of surprising to use it on attack. Because you can force yourself to get all that armor.
I think that the aura stuff is easy to overstate the importance of. I think that the aura it doesn't pop if the Titan dies, obviously. So you can probably neutralize it by just knocking out Gura early, which Panthers aren't going to be able to really prevent that. They might bottle you up because they're so fast, and then the Paladin comes in so slow. I think that the real story with this Titan is that we have a whole front line of Panthers that come charging in on you. And then you have to kill some of those to get to the corrupted Panthers. And then you have to kill those to get to the Prestige 7 extra Panthers. And as those are dropping, you're getting extra poison clouds on top of you. And so it's going to be like a Matryoshka, Russian nesting doll of Panthers here. And I think it's just going to take a long time to burn through those. And so she's going to be pretty good on defense.
See, I think so as well. So the way that I was looking at this, and Monty is definitely hitting a good point. She's slow and Panthers are fast. They won't stay in the aura, which is true. Right now Rostam is dominating on the longer maps, the maps that are more spread out, just because he moves slow. The Skellies don't move so fast, so it's easy. But see, Monty, the way I was looking at it, and I was kind of talking to JJ a little bit this morning, before stream, I just hit him up. I was like, hey, what do you think of this? I think the short map is going to be where this Titan really strives. That and lands. Because, you're essentially just going to get swarmed with these Panthers, especially if you're attacking a short map, and then you'll kill a few of the Panthers, and then by the time you get there, Gura should be there as well. Unless you have that one map where the Titan just kind of stands until you get close to it. If that's what you got, that sucks. You just got the worst map in the game, realistically. But I really think this would be interesting, at least for me anyways, on a personal level, just because I have that short map that's just going to allow all of my Panthers to kind of just swarm on targets. Zabava does pose a threat, though. A big, big threat, especially if Zabava is just being held back, and it's just those insane maidens doing their thing. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Honestly, I'm looking through chat. I didn't see anything saying that it was going to be put on the test accounts today. I could be wrong.
So there's a question in the chat about Amber of Ayungura and how it works on this Titan. I think it's worth taking a look at the fact that you're getting an extra on defense. I think 120% armor, 50% melee resist. So, you're obviously, overcapped on that, but could be good on attack as well, for that reason. And then, on allied death, plus 3% Titan and troop ranged and all elemental resist, max of 10. So, obviously, if you leave a little bit of headroom on your ranged resistance, which I think, is not crazy, especially if you're not using Divine Touch, it'll be hard to get there. But that can help you cap it out. So, 30% extra range resist and elemental resist. It could give you some flexibility to make a really damage-heavy build. And I think it does come into play given that you have multiple layers of Panthers that people have to cut through, especially on I think on a victory point land instead of the castle, where you have a front line of Panthers that hit, and then you have Panthers that are coming out slowly, and then you have the extra layers of Panthers. I think it's just going to be, extremely slow to attack it. And, it could be a good relic for that. But I don't know that many people have these ambers, and so I'm not too focused on them. And besides that, Divine Touch with that troop damage does a whole lot for you.
A whole lot. And I mean, if you're not,
it's just really, really good.
And if you're not going to do that, then at least go, as Guardian Blade, just kind of max out all your resist for everyone, and then I guess focus on melee and range. I guess that'd probably end up being your best bet after that, but I truly do think Divine Touch is going to be the best relic for this. I hope everyone did the event, that everyone doesn't have it. Let me catch up on chat. Vintage still thinks Zabava is the Titan. Zabava probably will be the Titan for this. I'm actually thinking something along the lines of maybe even, how am I forgetting his name? I haven't played a lot this week. Nubsters. Nubby No Hands. What's his name?
I'm with you, bro. The only problem is going to be those...
Tarhuns.
Tarhuns. The only problem is going to be those poison clouds. Otherwise, we'll see how much damage those poison clouds do to the Grens. Otherwise, you're going to have... Tarhuns is going to light up. The Grens can reach over to kill the Titan early on, so that the aura is not blasting. And it just depends on if you're corrupted. If the Panthers get around the corrupted, right? Or if they get shots off. So, but I'm with you. I'm definitely looking forward to trying Tarhuns. But with those poison clouds popping up, they could be a little painful.
Sure. Dude, Vintage, I feel you, man. I'm waiting on the Goliath Titan too. I've already got, that poleaxe ready to go. But it looks like we're getting Thor next week as well, which we'll go back and hit a little bit in a second. Hey, what's going on, man? That's not going to be easy for Zabava. I don't think it's going to be a straight up raid. It's definitely not just going to be like a plug and go raid, I don't think. Cause they're going to have some damage on them. Does Amber make this Titan much better? Just answered that. I don't think the damage reduction is fatal, 36%. Elemental is like half a 4-star relic or less. Actually, bro, that's almost 2 4-star relics. 36% less elemental, that's a lot. Oozing 36% is like super detrimental, I think.
The question about that third skill and the elemental damage reduction, I think it's important to point out that that's probably basically just like minus 3% of like, off of the top of the elemental damage. It's not like I don't read that as a 3% total damage reduction. If it works like a whole layer of damage reduction that you're saying that there's 36% less total damage.
I was reading that as resist. That's my bad.
Yeah, no, it's not like resistance.
Oh, yeah.
No,
thank you. I was reading it differently as well.
I was reading it as resist, and resist is huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're right. If you're just reducing the total amount of damage that they do, by a tool. That is different. Thank you for pointing that out.
Thank you, Skull. Thank you. That's not.
I interpreted
that's not
that slightly differently.
What's going
I
on?
don't think the third skill is that big in terms of the debuff. If it
Also-
were a whole layer of like resistance type damage reduction, then that would be game changing. But I don't think it is.
Also,
Yeah.
who the hell plays 12 rage spells?
Who the hell has 12 spells, man? That's not possible.
Oh,
Unless you're throwing out old school
Zabava does that.
Oh,
Zabava does way
dude,
more than that.
no.
Okay, good call.
It definitely does, man. You can definitely do. Hold on.
Hey, Grace.
Jeez.
You can have it back later, Grace.
She's upstairs. She's upstairs texting me.
You can take 12 rage spells with Zabava. It's not that hard.
Can you really?
But Zabava drops 40
the
lightning bolts.
The Iron Ruin and the Staff of Iron gives 6 there, and if you take 6 in, bam, there's 12.
Chef, you can have 52 lightning bolts with Zabava, so don't even get me started.
I'm just saying, who plays 12 rage spells? That's all I'm saying. Is that if you're gonna attack this thing with anything but Zabava, you're gonna need rage, but not 12. You know? Let's see. What's going on, Don Mato? Hello, Monty Snake. Panthers will tear Grands. Vintage, I'm not saying Zabava will beat this. I'm saying she'll definitely will. If folks don't max range resist, she'll probably... Yeah, exactly. Shiva, what if you take Spearman as half of army, then Zabava will have problems?
Like that out of the box thinking.
I like that out of the box thinking, and I would like that too if this was built in the same way Tarhun's was built, where it was troop resist all elements. The issue with it just being Panthers, that arises some issues for me. But I mean, if you were to do, you know, let's say you were to throw on Asgardian Blade, then you'd be in a different story. But you can have 20 spells with. Oh, bro, you can have way more than 20 spells, my man. You get a ton. You get 40. You get I think I get up to like 58. It's broken as hell.
Here's something to point out. Zabava Stormians get hit, around close to 900% armor piercing. So I really think it's going to be where you just have to kite the Panthers and the Stormians kill them.
Maybe.
I still think Boston is going to be a bit better than this Titan.
It's a really good point. This could basically boil down to Ranger meta type play, where you just have Zabava run circles and the Panthers can't catch up to her, and the Maidens are the damage engine. And I've been playing Rostam that way with her, where you just run her around, kite everything up into a ball and then blast it down. And there's no reason to think that this Titan is going to completely neutralize Maidens.
No, not at all.
I think that there's going to be a little bit of static when a Corrupted Panther drops, but if you just don't have everything bunched up in one spot, or if you can just break away most of your Maidens, the Panthers can really only engage one-on-one with a target, so it's pretty easy to break away from them.
Yeah, and if you fought a Growthorn, it's kind of the same thing. It's just a different skill setup on the Titan.
The other thing that is important to keep in mind is that Panthers don't actually put out that much damage when they're in melee. Panthers are all about the combination of crit and charge, and it really shines when you can rage them up. And so I wouldn't expect the Panthers to just be carving right through the Maidens, especially the Corrupted Maidens, because they're pretty tough.
Also, you have to consider the fact that you're going to have to, if you really do want these Panthers to do anything, you will have to max out that crit. And that's obviously going to take 1 to 2, relics as well. It's going to be a balancing act, in my opinion. Because it's not going to work out in the way where you can only rely on this 180% damage plus, or this 360 damage plus another 360 damage. You're going to have to work around that, you have to it's not going to be straightforward in any way. Have a good meeting, JJ. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I go back to my initial thesis. This Titan is all about the shields and about the multiple layers of Panthers, and the Staff of Earth is going to do more for you than anything else, so that you at least delay at the beginning of the fight while shields are up and stuff gets slowed down, and then after that you've got shields coming on corrupted Panthers, and then you have another layer of Panthers after that. It's just going to be 1,000 cuts that causes things to slow down enough so that you can actually use this on defense.
Not to mention, man, corrupted Panthers already come with that 70% base. Come with that 70% base resistance to lightning already.
Yeah, and you could just rely on that and just say, whatever, I'm not going to put any resistance on anything. Maybe put a, just go for all ranged resist and all damage. You could try that. But I think the Staff of Earth is going to be the crux.
Me too. The crux? What's that mean?
The fulcrum, the pivot point, the most important thing.
The fulcrum. Gotcha. New word. Word of the day. Crux, guys. My opinion, the blog is half cooked. We as the players are speculating corrupted Panthers. There is something always different about the Panthers, but I don't think there's much to speculate. We can check out on Yuki's database about the skills, but I think most of the important part is the resistances. I haven't heard a juiced from Chef yet. Anyone else? because in my opinion, man, I don't think it's super juiced. I would say it's just like it's okay. It's fine. We can't expect every single one of these Dragon Slayers to come out of the gate like Zabava and like Tarhuns. You know what I mean? There's gonna have to be trade-offs. There's always that one Dragon Slayer in the bunch that's kind of like, all right, it's there. I'm trying to think who that was for the War Gods. They were all, I guess Totek would be kind of like the comparison to me. It's cool. I want it. I definitely want a high leveled one because, I am really excited to see, what the relic is for the Pantheon. Themis really need to cook it proper in Chef's kitchen. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, let's go down. I just want Chef to say juiced. I'm not talking about, all right, Pisces Shark, you're juiced, baby, juiced. I think they made a mistake. Released the OP attacker in the beginning. Yeah, maybe, but, things may go on. We're also getting Cockrell Pendant. Not bad. Panther range resist. Also, it's going to make those poison. Actually, Cockrell Pendant's interesting on this Titan, man. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, Cockrell Pendant's insane. 24% range resist, and it makes the poison cloud duration 50% longer. It's exceptional. And the extra 50% poison damage is a nice throw-in. But, it's all about the range resist, in my opinion. So I would definitely level one of those up if you haven't. I haven't, because I already had plenty of range resist for Panthers. I have the Hunter's Bow, and I don't have the Toxic Charms, but I wasn't really hurting for range resist on Panthers. But yeah, the Cockrell Pendant having that extra Poison Cloud duration definitely makes it a go-to, and 24% plus 35% off of the Divine Touch gets you all the way up to 94%. So, 94% means you're taking 20% more damage than at 95%. So there is still room to put the Toxic Charms on there, but you probably don't need it.
Going into the actual event, we're getting our first 4-star pretty early. Banner of the Forest. Looks like we're getting Jin Shu here as well. Jin Shu's a great attacker, if I may say so myself. When it comes to solo and using our Panthers. DGs were sitting at 250. 3, 4, 5, 575. What am I missing? 575, 625. All right, so 625. Right, kind of what we're expecting. There's 1 token, 2 tokens, 3 tokens, 4, 5. Is this normal? 6? What's the normal for a Dragon Slayer event? I said I would work on this, but not sure. Does anyone know if those are on par to where they should be? No. But we'll see. I always love Panther events. Everyone loves Panther events. Everyone loves Poison events. Putrid Pipes is one of the events I didn't do. First place will get level 40, 30, 20 down, and so on. It looks like we're getting this 1.5 boost back with Growthorn, which actually a lot of people have. I see him quite often. So people will finally be able to utilize this 1.5 boost. Other than that, the 1.4 boost is going to be Oni, Iron Gura, and Nergal, which is great. Nergal is not maxed for me, so I will have a good time using him. 1.3 is going to be Jin Shu and Okantar. 1.2 boost for Poison Titans. 1.1 boost for 3-star Titans. Now something I want to go back to. I know Aventador is very excited about this, and so am I.
Hey, Chef, can I point out something here?
Yeah, you can point out as much as you want. Where do you want me to go? Where am I going?
So, Skull makes the point that we keep talking about the most OP attacker having been released at the beginning. And I think that if they had made this Titan an infiltrator, the way that we have, other Panther infiltrators, and made Zabava a paladin, that the whole meta would have been totally different. Because really the problem is that Zabava as an infiltrator is way too agile, and she has way too many, skills at her disposal to control the battlefield. And if it was more like Frigg, that, playing Zabava, where she's not that mobile, but she is a force, but you can't really kite everything around, then it would have been completely different. And I think an infiltrator would have fit much better with the Panthers for the aura, because the Panthers and the infiltrator actually stay together. So it could be that basically the whole path of the game was thrown off by that one mistake on their part. Now, should we abandon the game because they made one crucial mistake? Well, let's think about that. Maybe we should be demanding more vocally playtesting. We've been demanding that for years, and they don't listen. And so going back to Vintage's point, look at you guys selling this stuff, it's all beaten by Zabroken. There's definitely some truth to that. The developers have not been listening to us. They haven't brought us into the loop. And look, even the social power players only get things at the last minute once they're fully baked. So, are we upset about the game? Yes. Is there, cause for thinking that there are deeper problems? Yes. But, should we just keep going forward and playing it? I think so. I think the game's still fun on its own terms, and I like beating stuff with Zababa. I think that it has, changed the game from the Hachi meta, and if you're willing to, keep rolling with it, then I think that the latest Titans are pretty decent, and that this one is also going to be fun to play.
So I want to answer Chef's question. I think the average is 5 event tokens, because Tarhoon's only had 4, which people were kind of upset about because it was less than normal. So I think they put the 6th one in here to kind of reimburse that, maybe. Possibly.
Going back to what thank you so much. I really appreciate you checking that for me, Pisces. I think we'll go down and we'll have to look at the portal stones as well. Because I didn't do that, or the gems. I'm going to go over both of those. But going back to what Prometheus said, yeah, man, the release schedule was, it wasn't done the best. And it does go with playtesting. And at the same time, just because, we don't hear anything or we get immediate responses back, it is good to vocalize, you know, problems and like let people know that things are not okay. I Am Reality is definitely one of these people that, you know, a lot of his statements, you know, kind of make me scratch my head, and they really think, you know, there was one point of time where people were like, oh, well, like, I can see, you know, the new DG relics going up to 9,000 divine gems, right? And he would very much interject and be like, hey, don't do that. You know, there's a point where if, you know, because they're in our chats, they're in our discords, they see everything we say, maybe not everything, but like catch it at the wrong moment where you're like, oh man, I'd pay 9k DGs for that. All of a sudden, you know, if people start reasoning too much with things that are going on, you're just opening the door for your own kind of self-abuse. You know what I mean? We can't let them think that the things that are going on are okay. You know, it's just, we're going through another meta reset. Horde Apocalypse is the number one thing, and you know, the game is not trending in the best. Talking again to JJ, he was showing me, you know, the flow chart, the data chart. October wasn't great. October was sitting at like 20k downloads and like, I want to say like 200 or 300,000 net revenue, which is lower than you know, when the game was at its most popular. Pisces, what were you about to say?
So there's 4,200 gems in the event,
Nice.
and there's 225 portal stones.
Nice, not bad. That sounds on average to me. I could be wrong.
It's about average.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you think about the game in the larger context, you know, a game that nets a few $1 million a year is like that's the smallest dog in the kennel for a company like Zynga.
Yeah.
You know, it's the runt that you're about to put the gun to the head and just put it out of its misery. So we have to, you know, encourage the developers to keep developing and to keep releasing stuff in the game. But we do need to consistently send a message to them that we want player favorable changes. And, you know, it's most helpful to identify small incremental things that would help people now. Like, you know, another expansion of the Relic inventory, or, you know, just other quality of life improvements that would be low-hanging fruit for them if they just listen to us. And, you know, talking about, you know, divine gems, you know, the changes that they've made to bring things down in cost for players over time have been positive. But we need to keep hammering on the fact that, you know, having finished plus events for you know, relics is not the only way that you can give us a guaranteed shot at them. You know, being able to just spend your divine gems to buy one specific relic would be better. You know, take the casino out of the game and make it just, you know, earning rewards and having predictability. So, you know, there are easy, low-hanging fruit that they could go for, but they don't do it. They don't listen to us. We've been asking for these things for years. You know, we have to consistently beat them over the head with, you know, our demands. And when they do come out with something, they think that they got it right, and then we see it and it's like, well, they kind of missed the mark. So, you know, if they just engaged with this more directly, it'd be easier, but they don't really have the bandwidth or the budget for it. And so we're kind of just like, you know, we're going to have to keep fumbling through this and doing our best.
Amen. It really would help. You know, I know in the past we've tried these interfaces where devs interact with us, but man, we could save you guys a lot of headache. Just saying, it doesn't have to be this secretive, you know, kind of thing of like, oh, well, like, you know, I talk to the devs, but I can't tell you anything. Or like, there should be some open line of communication. The Q&A, in my perspective, that's not open lines of communication. As much as I love the Q&A and as good as it is sometimes, there's too much, what's the word I'm looking for? It's too ambiguous. Yeah, that, and it's too ambiguous because, you know, it doesn't solve who posted the questions. Cause I'm not gonna lie, yo, devs, some of those questions, man, I know you guys stick in there yourselves. Come on. I know someone didn't, go into there and give like exact times and dates. Guys, people don't speak like that. You know what I mean? People don't go, oh, on October 15th at 7:45 on Zalon's live stream, this was said, and these people don't talk like that, guys. Maybe put a little thing at the bottom that says like, bang, this was posted by this player or X, Y, and Z. But there should be more lines of open communication. Some other games have player councils, a high council. Vintage has been asking for that for a while. There's a lot of us here. It doesn't even have to be YouTubers, man. It could be someone like Monty, someone like Entheogen, shit, even Yuki, you know what I mean? It could be a vast plethora of people. I mean, it could be Godin, it could be Zalon.
I nominate you, Chef. I nominate you as our ambassador to the devs.
Yes.
Go with God.
Juiced, baby, juiced. We lost focus on the game. Continue with the Titan info. Dude, no, Daniel HZ just wants to hear about the Titans, which is fair, which is very fair. I was advocating for more scrutinizing of player requests as the devs released when finished plus came out and the worst gotten. Someone asked about beta. Beta is, I think it's public information now. I think we're good to talk about it. Beta is just, they're at a point, we're at a point where they just feel like, they've done their thing. 2.5 years, being, a dominant event team is enough for them. And, they're going to be moving on to some other endeavors. The plan is to go hard for the rest of the year. The plan is to just crush it for the rest of the year. And then they will do their own thing, but they'll still be around, man. I mean, these guys aren't going anywhere. I'm still here as well. One thing I did want to touch on that we got a little, now I have to go to a calendar.
Is anybody watching Lord of the Flies stream to see if he's calling us liars yet?
It's a Prometheus. No, not yet. I didn't even know he was live. Whatever. We'll go over there.
It's coming. I eat hashtag dab. It's coming.
I eat hashtag dab. At least we know he's going to be getting that nice 1.5 boost. Holy moly. 70 concurrent viewers. Wow, guys, that's a high for me. Thank you so much for all the support. That's awesome. We've been asking for it for years. Okay. I want to get into this Lightning Strikes Twice event, which is in 7 days. I know we're way far ahead of it right now, but I kind of want to talk on that before we end the stream. I'm actually going to go on game 2, just so we can take a look at the current. I'm going to leave the stream and make it 69. Great, Monty, great. I kind of just want to talk about Thor and just some speculation. More of a selfish part because, I definitely have Godfrey's poleaxe, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's gonna be. There's two reasons to why I'm not. There's two reasons to why I'm not super excited for Thor. The first reason being is. The first reason is being the fact that we already have a lot, like the best Lightning user the game has ever seen, right? The second fact is Zabava is also the best solo Titan that we've ever seen. So where does Thor fall in? Where does Thor fall into this, into our meta? Lightning strikes twice, whatever. But where does he fall in? Does he fall into a category that goes to players that didn't get Zabava, or how is he going to be different from Zabava, or make us even want to get him to play Zabava is my question. If we could do a quick roundtable on that. Anyone?
I mean, I could assume that he could be like a tougher Lugu. Where he's very solo, but he's also spell oriented. Could be at the same time type thing. Right.
But that's my question, Pisces. Why would we get Thor if we already have Zabroken? You know what I mean?
Well, you're that's pretty much just like, why would you get Vixia? You know?
Well,
Some people...
that is true.
That's one way to look at it.
That is very true.
I got Vixia because I liked her as a Titan, you know?
Dude,
I had the old version. It'd be cool to have the new one.
That is very true.
You know? Thor, I mean, some people might still need the Pantheon. They didn't get Thor.
Also, it's already over. But I messaged Prometheo as soon as it happened. They got me. The devs got me, hands down. Like, caught me red-handed. And I definitely wasn't gonna let someone on my stream be like, "Yo, Chef, did you get one of those packages?" It was the first one I've ever even looked at. And I had to do it because everyone knows I missed out on Freya's Boo Boo. And on my last live stream, I go, yeah, that needs to be put in an event because I don't have it, or some kind of package. In my opinion, that package that was offered with Freya, her Boo Boo, the 2 event tokens, the potions, that was the best package I've ever seen. I'm just gonna own up to it. Homeboy got one. Just saying. And I messaged Prometheo.
It's good for in-game players, but I think the Ares pack was probably the best single purchase.
Oh, for sure.
A new player would make, because Ares by himself can carry your game into the whole mid game.
The whole mid game.
Even through the end game.
All right, man. Well, that's kind of where I wanted to talk about just Thor just a little bit, man, because like people are excited about it. I know Aventador is very excited about it. Ever since we pulled the poleaxe on the channel, and then we did all the speculations about rage damage and all that. I know he was crazy excited about it, and he's still excited about it. I am as well. But my prediction is more gonna be the fact that it's holy shit, someone is at 83k souls already. Jesus. My prediction
They've
is
got their Fire O face on for sure.
Yeah, the Fire O damage. My prediction is that it's just going to be, I think it's just going to be for the newer players, which I'm not completely opposed to. This event that's going on, the Scorched Icon, where it gives you Fire O damage.
Can I just throw something out there at random?
Bro, you can throw as much out as you want.
What if the reskilled Thor happened to introduce some sort of melee lightning unit?
Ooh.
Don't get your hopes up about that.
Bro, why not? Why not?
I don't.
Going back to my
I'm
earlier
just
point
saying
about
it would be cool if they did it. Because they threw a new troop with Vixia, who's reskilled from olden days, and you got Thor, who's better than Vixia, so, you gotta add something to him.
It's a fair point. They could go Vixia on Thor. That's actually a decent idea. I feel like Lightning Goliaths maybe would make the most sense.
What?
Because they kind of do like an R-band thing, but I don't know. Going back to my earlier point about Zabava, they could give Thor the exact same skills as Zabava, all 100% exactly the same as Zabava, and he would not be as powerful because he's a slow-ass champion.
Pisces, I really like that idea a lot. I also feel like if you are going to give us, I guess Goliaths would make the most sense. But I don't know. I don't know. It's okay. I'm going to think on it while we go over this. We got the UNAC Idol, which is 30% Titan and Troop Fire O damage, Titan Army Critical, Titan Army Armor, Titan and Troop Armor and Armor Piercing. I'm actually thinking about going and just grabbing this relic. I'm probably not doing top 50. I'm probably not doing top 100 realistically. I don't need the DGs that bad. I'm still on track for my 15K. And that was the reason for starting the grind so early.
You don't have a Heart of Infernus?
I do. But this would be cool too, to stack it as well. I think I like it just because I just like it. I think because it has fire O damage, Prometheo, and none of the other relics have that. Burnt Charms, Fire O. We haven't seen these orbs in a while. I remember when these orbs first came out. They're great. Now they're not so great anymore, but still cool to be in there. Why we're using iron tokens, not sure, but that should be fine as well. I'm just gonna do a couple battles while we talk this out. What titans are we using? What titans are we using? Nope, not that. There we go.
It's a solo event, so any boost relic works.
Yeah.
So does it really matter what you use?
Not really. I guess not. I guess.
All right, back to work for me, so I'll see you, Chef.
Bye,
Thanks for streaming.
Prometheo. No, thanks so much for hopping on, man. You know I love you being here. I really do got to get around to maxing some of these Freyas, man. It's just like, bro, there's just no reason for me right now. I'm not in a war place. I'm not in a war state of mind. There's just no reason for it right now. Monty was saying earlier, he was like, bro, like what? Why aren't those maxed? And even Tarhuns, man, I've only got Tarhuns till like prestige level 1. Just because there's no reason for it at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, I only have 2 max Rostams. 1 max Zabava.
Right? My Rostam, dude, I'm just enjoying the event play so much, like just doing events so much. It's been so relaxing for me. So it's been all good in the hood over here. Let's see. What am I missing on here? Flame, right? Let me see. I think I have...
I'm just a bit disappointed that Oni is going to be the event booster that I have to use for the new Dragon Slayer.
Oni is what you have? How do I have 0 VP? Because, Prometheo, I play on an event team and we don't get VP. Did you literally not log in all day yesterday? Bro, I haven't logged in at all. What are you
doing after Beta Souls breaks up, Chef?
Dude,
You coming down with me at Talks at FTG for a bit. Visit us.
Possibly. I really don't know, man. I don't know their plans. I don't think anyone really does.
Wait, Jim, visit you or visit your castles?
Oh, he can visit my castle anytime he wants to.
I honestly really don't know.
I got
boys.
some wenches on standby for him.
Oh, hold on, what relic? I'm missing a relic on this build, and it's kind of pissing me off that I don't know what it is. It's not the heart. It's not the arm. What the heck?
Is it the egg?
No, I got the egg. I mean, I might go see Prometheo, maybe. There's some options. I got a few options. Options. Oh, it was
come to ERU.
Right. It was the ring of juiced. It was the juiced ring. It was that juicy ring. Where is it? Dude, I'm so bummed you went to beta and didn't come to ERU. I thought we were friends. Gosh, I knew it was coming. I knew. He waited till he got off the stream to say it too. I'm like, it's not too late. You haven't even done any fights, bro. I just did fights and I just committed to the soul, man. I'm bummed out, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've really enjoyed my time here in Beta Souls, guys. Juice. I've really enjoyed my time here in Beta Souls. These people are really cool, and it's just a group that I had didn't know. And I completely get what they're saying. Their whole thing was, I mean, most of it's all public knowledge now, so it's probably fine. Is that, with all the experience bottles, jumping around, and there's just no need for a level 40 Titan anymore. It's the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And I respect that, man. Most teams, I feel like I did a pretty good job with it, but I decided to leave the game, at a certain point. Winning every season on Legends just wasn't fun for me anymore. And I think that's the best way to leave the game. You know what I mean? Or the best way to stop. If you're doing something the best time to stop doing what you're best at is when you're best. Or else, what are you waiting for? What means to an end? So I get where they're coming from, man. It's something I've, experienced in my gameplay, and they just want to find some other endeavors, which is cool. So I really don't know, Jim. Are you an NTG right now?
Yeah, I'm an NGG. I'm an NGG hammer right now.
Nice. Shiva says, let's tell the devs it's time for event. Garrison raids and land capture should give us 20 souls instead of 15. It will make war interesting. Bro, that's a cool idea. Did anyone hear that? So the dev, so hear this out. This is a really, really cool point, Shiva, and this might even be cool putting in the Q&A, or maybe even, I would put it in the Q&A. Don't put it toward, what am I trying to say? I wouldn't put it in support chat. I would put it in the Q&A for sure. But Shiva says, let the devs, that in time of events, garrison raids and land capture should give us 20 souls instead of 10. It will make war more interesting. I kind of like that idea, seeing how if you're going to spend twice as many portal stones, you might as get twice as many souls. That would be really, really sick. Hammers
it would definitely boost the gameplay of capturing lands and hitting garrisons. For sure,
over what's going on. Really disadvantages the newer players, though. Oh, yeah, Phoenix, you're right.
Well, I mean, right now, mostly it's all just ping pong left and right.
It really is all ping pong.
Yeah, so if you change it to that, it might be kind of interesting.
You either die hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's pretty philosophical there, Monty Sneck. Yeah, man, I respect what they're...
Pong is what lets smaller players, if they're committed, like, boost up fast and grow so fast.
Yeah.
You take that out and you're going to kill your early to mid-player development.
And those are going to be the people that aren't really tired of the game or have gone through enough meta flips to be upset about it. Phoenix, I've been meaning to ask, how did your new players feel about, if you guys don't know, Phoenix is, one of the newer players in the community, and she has a following with her of her band of merry new players, and she's constantly asking, is this worth doing? How did they feel about the last event?
They were psyched about the Divine Touch. So I think most of them went ahead and finished the event.
Yeah, and I bet you
especially leading up to knowing that we were going to get the Paladin coming, it made sense for a lot of them.
I think so as well. I mean, I think it's a good... Fee has a lot of following. She can already win an election, which you really could. You really could.
No.
It's fine. You could. But that's really cool to hear.
Speaking about how the Divine Touch came out, and now the Dragon Slayer Paladin is coming out, why I'm still upset that they did the Dragon Slayer, then Rostam, and then they did the... What's it called? The bow? I don't remember what it's called.
The bow of gods?
The 5-star bow
or the Stormbringer?
No, it's not the bow of gods.
The Stormbringer.
Stormbringer. Well, why did they do it right after? And then we still didn't even get the Ranger one.
Wait, we definitely we got the Ranger one, didn't we? I'm tripping.
No. We got the Relic. We didn't get the Dragon Slayer.
Oh.
Their timing was so annoying because they did the 30K, 26, and 30 again, back to back.
Well, I mean,
which made it hard for people who were free to play, who went for Rostam, and still wanted to get that Relic, But now they put the Divine Touch, and then they put the Panther Dragon Slayer,
So it's interesting. It's interesting that you say that. I'm definitely going to follow that up with is based on the Ambers, right? We're talking strictly about the Ambers. What's her name? Nephilinus? I mean, are we considering her the Ranger Dragon Slayer because of her Amber?
I mean, I don't.
Me neither.
I really don't.
Me neither. Me neither. But like that's what you could speculate. I'm getting mad rewards, yo. These rewards must be super early. Also, grinding with Tarhuns is so fun, man. Does anyone love Tarhuns? Tarhuns has innately become my favorite Titan to use.
I would have no idea. I don't have him.
Damn.
He's so fun.
He's so fun. He's so fun.
The whole map just like explodes in fire.
Exactly. And then you get all these like little craters and crevices left all over the map. I'm a big fan of Tarhuns. Let's see. War in this game is something that's not even exist. It's just a waste of resources and money. You have more money. If you have more money, you win. That's actually okay. Here's the thing. It's a PvE game. Mauricio, I agree with you, and I disagree with you in the sense. How can I put this? War is very interesting, man. It's very interesting, and it doesn't come down to who has more money. It really does come down to game knowledge. And hear me out when I say that. Hear me out when I say when I use the term game knowledge, I'm not talking about just the Titans. I'm talking game knowledge as in, kind of like scouting. You know what I mean? Game.
See, I thought you were going to say coordination. Because
that too.
I thought most wars are won because the teams work together.
That is
a solo person who has more money.
Exactly, dude. It all goes hand in hand with game knowledge, game plan. Like, bro, whenever there's a game, you know, like a football game, the Steelers don't go into the game being like, yeah, dude, we're just gonna wing this one. We're gonna figure it out, no problem. There's always a game plan. They know who to plan for. They know who the big players are. They know who's active at what time. War is actually really, really a beautiful aspect of this game, because there is so many moving little bits and parts and things that go into it. It's just kind of what ruins it. What ruins it is this 20 teams versus 20 teams nonsense. That's what ruins War. It's not necessarily the money aspect. But 10 alliances should not go against one. Bro, they shouldn't. I can kind of understand 2 alliances against like 3 alliances because there's like family. I could understand 2 alliances versus 1 alliances. But anytime you go over that, man, just like why are we playing? You know? That's what ruins War. That is what took War out of the game for me. I'm really enjoying Just Events. Because it just sounds horrible, guys. Like, why are we doing this? Plus, there's always friendly, fun wars, things like that. Because there really is that aspect. Prometheo has his, which I don't think it's going into. I think we have to wait for the game to hit a point where there's a lot of people playing again. There's a lot of people playing again, but once he gets, you know, the esports thing up and running, which I'm super excited for, his esports idea, because that puts a lot of things into perspective for the game. Choosing Titans, choosing strategy, knowing what maps are what, knowing whose garrison is what, that goes into that, man. There's going to be scouting and a lot of things that go into that. Prometheo's medicine. Am I crazy to think that NTG invented the multi-team war strategy and other Legends League systems copied that approach? Kind of, but kind of not. NTG they're definitely the first big group, I'd say.
Well, it's because their whole thing was they're non-toxic. Yeah. So to all of the new players, they would come in and they would allow them to join. And they would help them to grow, you know. So more people just joined NTG as it was, and because there's so many people, they had to expand to multiple alliances. They didn't particularly fight wars with multiple teams. They just happened to have multiple. You know, they particularly had 1 or 2 teams that were strictly for war. But unless, other groups picked on the other teams, then they would have to fight there, or they would move big players down to help fight whatever wars there are.
Yeah, NTG we never put 3 or 4 or 5 of our alliances on one team or 2 teams or something like that. And the only time that like a big player like me or Talks or something would get involved, or one of our bigger alliances, is when, you had, like, let's just use an example, League of Gods picking on level 20 players or something that was part of our group. And we couldn't, say, hey, why don't you just leave these guys alone or something. But NTG never did that stuff.
And here's also the thing to these big big team alliances, these big coalition alliances. I mean, like, I was part of the uprising of Phoenix Born before I went to Log, man. So like, even then, even the big league, like when we took our first loss, which like was like pretty cheap and lame. The whole idea of it kind of sucked. It was still we were still only fighting a max of 3 teams. We weren't fighting 8 or 9 teams. Mauricio, Burkini, with all due respect. Also, bro, there's no hate, man. I love when people come onto the streams and speak open-mindedly, man. And like, it's really hard to hurt my feelings. I'm not one of those guys who'd be like, oh, bro, you don't think my way, you're out. But he says, with all due respect, I agree with you. Attack coordination is the basics for any strategy game, but it's all about money, more stones, more garrison raids, more cap lands, etc. Yeah. You know what?
He said, with all due respect, I don't agree with you.
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean? I'm tripping.
But here, if you're gonna read it,
yeah, you're right.
At least try to read it right.
Look, man, I've already had 2 cups of coffee.
Is Peppy Shark roasting you on your own stream?
Dude, I guess so, man. It's deserved. I'm not in a trolly mood yet. I think that's only when Chance is around, man. 'Cause he sucks. Yeah. Anyways, dude, I get it. And every great war team tells me activity is everything. And I guess if you break it down to that, activity and the money thing really does make a big difference. But at the same time, man, like, there are times where, like, just as recent as Unknown, man, like, Unknown will do more battles and do more caps, and we'll have the most battles on the... Oh, yeah, above, below. Your mic was on the whole time. I heard you cough, all that stuff. You've been outed, exposed. There have been times where we've lost just to strategy. You know what I mean? But I guess you're trying to say that comes with any strategy game, right? Back in the day, NGD spent a lot of time getting our teams on one server, but it wasn't about attacking, more defensive. In future, they put some kind of real-time online PvP. We can start the war conversation, in my opinion. Yes, there's a lot of things that need to be addressed before war is something I want to do. I think we got someone back. Before I want to do anything involving war. I do miss it though. I miss it. Also, I just don't have the time, dude. When you're talking about Legends War, man, you gotta have time, homie. You gotta, if there's a raid party going on, you gotta make that raid party. Since work was getting so busy for me, I just couldn't do it. Above, below, man, we already heard you cough. You might as well get up and chat. Mrs. Fee says, Chef, you are the worst. Your foe is awful. I know. I already know. Mighty Snake, I can make 2-minute noodles in 1 minute 58 seconds. You're already better than me, homie. Efficiency. All right, that's done. Gonna grab some portal stones. Not bad. I do miss war though. As soon as I have time, I will jump to it. But like, dude, that's something that takes up a week. Bruce Ellison, what's going on? How are you doing? Welcome. I think you're kind of new. Something else to note, it's not a matter of how much money you can spend. It comes down to putting down the effort to make it work. Yeah, it does. Also, Porter Stones are pretty cheap. They're pretty cheap. Very nice, very nice. All right, so I'm going to finish up these stones, and then I'm going to get on with my day. Let's see, it takes years of practice.
Yeah, portal stones are pretty cheap, especially during the portal surge that's coming up.
Yeah. Oh, what up, Bruce? Call me Bruce. Hello. I don't think I've ever been on your stream. Call me Bruce from Forsaken. What's going on, bro? I don't think you have either. That's why I said I think you're new. Welcome, dude. We're just hanging out, talking about... I'd like to have new battle music. Soundtrack would be nice. Skull, that's also a good point as well. I'd like some updates to the game. Couple updates to the game would be very nice. Forsaken. Bruce, how's Forsaken going? What are your guys' plans for the event? Are you guys psyched for the Titan?
You know, I still think it's funny that I was the original person to get them to change the loading screens, and they actually did it again without anyone saying anything.
Bro, I gotta stop talking about things that I want in this game. I messaged Prometheo immediately. Right after I said it on my stream, I was like, man, I shouldn't have said that I needed, Freya's boo-boo so bad, right? Dude, the next package that comes out for the Finish Plus Plus after we talk about it, it's there. And of course I have to get it because I didn't get the Relic. You got me, devs. You got me. Also, just a great Relic, man. Those packages are getting better and better. Daniel HDZ, I'm new. Hello, welcome to the channel, Daniel HDZ. I hope you're enjoying it.
Are you talking about the $100 package?
Yeah, dude. I've definitely prided myself on never even looking at those, but I definitely indulged myself.
Let me put this as my point of view.
Okay.
It's not that they're getting better. They're just shoving more stuff in it. Because to me, it's still $100 that I don't have.
See, but for me, man, it's at least worth now because Freya is still like a super meta defender. Yeah, I'm missing out on a bunch of the stuff in between, but realistically, in the Freya event, the only thing that I wanted was Freya and the Boo Boo and the DGs. So the only thing I'm kind of bummed out about is missing out on those DGs. Come to Discord. Monty, if you don't mind, will you post the Discord? Monty is essentially, for everyone here who doesn't know, Monty Snake is essentially like my... He's kind of like my manager almost, man. He kind of like handles the Discord. He is the reason for the term Discord-er, which was in a blog, which is quite funny. And he kind of just helps me with any kind of like technical things. Oh, you're the best. Thanks, Monty. He kind of just helps me with all the technical things that I need.
He also got you good the one day when he faked you out about the blog.
Oh, yeah, he did. He definitely did. Speak up on Discord, Monty. I want to hear your meows. Meow. Meow. He's a cat. Meow. All right, I think this is going to be my last package. I do have to get on with my last battle. I do have to get on with my day. Got a big day planned of relaxing. But I think that is it. Hopefully, guys, Zalan will have his stuff on the test account. I don't know if he's going to be streaming. Monty is in every Discord. My Discord was the first Discord, though, people. I just want that to be known, all right? First Discord.
Yeah, even if Zalan streams tomorrow, if he gets it tomorrow, that'd be cool.
Yeah. But we can look out for it. You already know Godan will be out there. Monty Snake, or not Monty Snake. I'm sure Aventador will be out there. He works pretty closely with Yuki, so we can expect that as well. Skull, thank you so much for being here. Daniel HDZ, welcome. Thank you for being new. Thank you to all the new people watching. Still 67 watching. You guys are crazy. I love it. That's definitely a high for the channel, man. If you're new here, we cover every blog. We cover every Q&A. We do a lot of event grinding. So I'll probably stream this week. You guys will see the event grind. And we cover some other stuff too. We're just kind of on a break from more. The channel's taking a bunch of different turns. But with the way things are going here in DC, man, you'll probably end up seeing more of me. But until next time, that's going to be it from me, people. Again, until next time, peace, love, and cheese. Tell your mama I said what's up, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.